Okay, welcome back here. I guess I'm going to do this one first. So going back to the top. So we already did the three by three perimeter kind of square up on top here. So I'm going to do another one. So if you remember, I had already kind of started this one before I had shown you the second part. So I was already thinking that my top was going to be 4. My top is 4, my bottom is going to be 4. And I know I need 4 more because I did. So top is 4, bottom is 4, it means I have 8. I have to get to 12, so I did 12 minus 8 equals 4, so I needed 4 more. Well, if I had to split the 4, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. Then we're going to go on 2. And then if my top is 4, my bottom is 4. Left is 2, my right is 2. Okay, let's just double check the work. 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. Cool, 12. So my top is 4, my length is 4, my width is 2. So going back to this, I have a length of 4, width of 2. And to do area, 4 times 2 is 8. Okay. My last one here. No, I did 3, did 4, and I'm going to try 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I know that if my top is 5, my bottom is 5. That means, I already have 5 plus 5 is 10. So I already have 10. So I can do 12 minus 10 here to see how much more I need. 2 minus 0 is 2. 1 minus 1 is nothing. So I need 2 more. Now I can't put 2 on both sides. If I try to put 2 on both sides, it's going to be too much. Because then if I try to add up, 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. 7 plus 7 is 14. I need 12. So that's too much. I can't do that. But, so I have the 2 though, because 12 minus 10 is 2. Because my top is 5, my bottom is 5. That equals 10. How much more do I need? Well, 12 minus 2, or 12 minus 10 is 2. I have to split the 2. Oh, well, half of 2 is just 1. So that's 1. My top is 5, my bottom is 5. My left is 1, my right is 1. So 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. Awesome. So my length is 5. My width is 1. So back on my grid here, length is 5, width is 1. And I know that area is 5 times 1, so 5. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare those. Now I said my greatest area shape is a square, which it definitely is, because my 3 by 3 is a square. My least area, oh, that's like a long rectangle. The greatest area shape is a square. The least area is a thin rectangle. And you can describe it any way that you want to, but to me it just looked like a thin rectangle. So that's just kind of just like trying to compare those two. Square. So kind of interesting. Okay, now I'm going to go down to the bottom. So we already did the 2 of those rectangles. So I'm going to go to my next one here. I'm trying to get to 22 for this one. So I did a 6, I did a 7. I just like to go up by counting. So I'm going to do 8 on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if my top is 8, that means I already know that my bottom will be 8. So 8 plus 8 is 16. I have to get to 22. So 22 minus 16, because I have to get to 22. 8 plus 8 is 16. I can't do 2 minus 6, so trade. 2 becomes 1. 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. Okay, so I need 6 more. I have to split 6. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay. So this is going to go down 3 on this one. My top is 8, my bottom is 8. My left is 3, my right is 3. Let's just double check my thinking. 8 plus 3 is 11. 8 plus 3 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. 22. So my length is 8 and my width is 3. So 8 and 3. To do area, length times width, so 8 times 3 is 24. There we go. Cool. Awesome. This is coming along here, okay? And we're doing my next shape. Oh, man. My grid paper is getting really, really full. I'm going to back to Schoology quick. I need some new grid paper. So, just going to send a new piece off to Notability. Now, I could have erased some, but I wanted to keep my pictures, so that's why I'm going to go to Schoology and just create a new note of it. Not a big deal. Okay, especially because, like, you know, when I go back to Notability, there was my first one right there of all my work still there. Here's my new one. Okay, so I did 6 for length, 7 for length, 8 for length, and I'm going to do 9 for length on this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 there. If my top is 9, my bottom is going to be 9. So I know that 9 plus 9 is 18. I have to get to 22. So 22 minus 18. I can't do 2 minus 8, so I have to do my trading. 2 becomes 1. 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 8 is 4. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So I need 4 more. Okay, what do I have to... So I can't put 4 on both sides. I have to split it. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So 2 and 2. 2 on that side. My top is 9. My bottom is 9. My left is 2. My right is 2. Let's just double check and work. 2 plus 9 is 11. 9 plus 2 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. 22. So my length is 9. My width is 2. 9 and 2. To figure out area, 9 times 2 is 18. Last one here. Okay, now I'm going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10. Okay, I know I have to get up to 22. So if my top is 10, my bottom is 10. That's 20. So 22 minus 10. 2 minus 0 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, so, oh man, I know, oh, look what I just did there. I totally messed that up. It's not 22 minus 10. I have a top and a bottom. What am I doing? All of a sudden I realize, what? That doesn't make sense. My top is 10, my bottom is 10. That means I have 20. So 22 minus 20. 2 minus 0 is 2. And 2 minus 2 is nothing. So I need 2 more. I can't put 2 on both sides. I have to split it. 2 split in half is 1. My top is 10, my bottom is 10, my left is 1, my right is 1. Well, 10 plus 1 is 11, and 10 plus 1 is 11. Oh, yeah, 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 1 is 2, 22. So my length is 10, my width is 1. So 10 and 1. And area is 10, is length times width. 10 times 1 is 10. And that's why that least area was 10. Okay, now I'm going to compare those. Now, my 6 times 5 one was on my other grid paper, so I have to go back to grid paper, this first grid paper. Where was that one? Right there. And I said it kind of looked like a square. Grid paper 2, that last one I just did, that's a really thin rectangle again. Now that's interesting. It's kind of the same thing as up above. And the least area is a thin rectangle. Okay, so as I finish this, just double check your work against my work and then submit to Schoology. Okay, and you can pause it just to double check it, send it off. Then I'm going to go to my next page. My next page is page 342. You could also, at this time right now, get a new piece of grid paper, or if you like, I just don't want to do that right now, you could erase everything if you wanted to, but it might just be faster to go get a new piece. So totally up to you though. I myself am just going to get a new piece. I can send that to Notability really quick. Create new note, import. There we go. Because for this one, for page 342, you will need more grid paper. Okay, so we're going to be doing something really, really similar, but this time we're actually going to start with area. So on a centimeter dot grid, draw all possible rectangles with an area of 12 square centimeters in sides whose lengths are wholes. So we can't do any halves again. Label the lengths of 2 adjacent sides of each rectangle. Find and label the perimeter of each rectangle. In the table, record the lengths of the adjacent sides and the perimeter of each rectangle. And then we're going to be doing the others. Then we're going to be doing, and then we're going to be doing it for an 18. So we start with 12, and then we do 18, and then at the very, very bottom, we're going to do just a big comparison, kind of between the smallest, the rectangles with the least perimeter and the greatest perimeter. So we're just going to start with 12 here. I'm going to give you one example here. So it needs to be an area of 12. Well, I just have to think about which numbers equal 12. Oh, okay, well, I know 3 times 4 equals 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Because remember that area is just length times width. Well, 4 times 3 is 12. So it's my area. Okay, so in my record here, I'm just going to do 4 and 3. Length is 4, width is 3. What's the perimeter, though? So now I got to go back into Notability. So if my top is 4, my bottom is 4, my left is 3, my right is 3. So now I have to just, remember perimeter is add all the sides. Area is the inside, perimeter is the outside. So 4 plus 3 is 7, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 7 is 14. Okay, so that's one example for the top one. I'm going to give you one example for the bottom one. This one has to be 18. Okay, 18. What are some facts that equal 18? Oh, I got one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3. Because 6 times 3 equals 18. My top is 6, my bottom is 6. My left is 3, my right is 3. And for area, I just have to do 6 times 3 equals 18. So my length is 6, my width is 3, and that equals 18. Now I got to do the perimeter though. So I already did that. Now I have to add it all up though. 6 plus 3 is 9, and 6 plus 3 is 9. Cool. 9 plus 9 is 18. So that's my perimeter. That's kind of cool. Look at that. The area and the perimeter are the same. So 18. Okay, so you're going to go and you're going to try to figure out the rest of these, and then you're going to do the comparison. Compare the shapes of the rectangles with the least and greatest perimeters. So just I want you to, same kind of thing. You know, which shapes give you the greatest perimeter? Which shapes give you the least amount of perimeter? And just kind of think, you know, I guess really just kind of think that one out, look to see. And then at the very bottom, draw and label a rectangle with the greatest area possible for a perimeter of 18 inches. The sides must be whole inches. Well, you will have pretty much already done that work up above. You can just try to add that wherever you can, like kind of just even like a small little rectangle right here. Because you were trying to do with it, because greatest one with a perimeter. So what would the perimeter be? I'm just going to draw a quick little rectangle right here, small. And you can even try to do some of that work on Notability. But stop in here, come back for your next one to check in.